are going to be mulching my entire garden today. I've bought some straw, not hay. I bought some straw. Straw is typically derived from grains like wheat, things like that. Also want to make sure it's just not straw that's been tossed somewhere or laid somewhere. You want it to, if possible, come from a sustainable source so that you're not putting any other chemicals into your garden. And hay is typically derived from a bunch of different materials, and it can have seeds in it, weeds in it, it can have everything in it when it comes to hay. So make sure if you're going to use straw, you have straw. Now I'm going to show you what I have, and then I'm going to show you how I'm going to mulch it in my garden, and exactly how you want to form it around different plants. This is what I have purchased for my garden. It is a sustainable mulch. It is garden straw. It's already should be nice and clean. And this is a pretty big bag. I actually have 2 of these, but I probably will only be using 1. But I like to always purchase more than what I need. Now, on here you can see it has for the benefits for gardens. It conserves water, prevents weed germination. It maintains consistent soil temperature. That's important, especially in containers. It also can improve the health of your soil, and it can promote healthier plants. So that's the biggest benefits that you have when you're using this particular straw for your mulch. And over here you can also see that this particular brand, Garden Straw, that's why there's a carrot up here, is their little logo. It is specifically designed for vegetable gardeners. Okay, and all it's mostly has been removed. The wheat seeds has been removed, and it's cut and it's split. And one of the most important things is it has a tackifier in here, and it's good for raised beds, vegetables, herbs, flowers, trees, and you can use this in an indoor compost as well. Now, I mentioned that it had a tackifier in there. Tackifier has been added to this straw in order to keep it in place. So if you're going to buy straw, make sure it has a tackifier in it, or if not, you're going to have to purchase that separately and put that down first. Otherwise, when the big winds come along, the big storms come along, you got straw everywhere. It's gonna blow, okay? Because it's light, it's airy. So you need something that's going to kind of penetrate and hold it down. This already has it in there, and I like that because it's already all through it. So it's not like I'm putting it on the bottom and my top layer may blow off, because I did it myself and probably I did it wrong. But at any rate, as you can see with this particular brand that I have, this is 100% renewable wheat straw. So this is the actual straw, and this is what it looks like. And as you can see, it's really fine, really cut short, and in little bitty strips. It's not this big long pieces. It's very light and fluffy, and it looks really, really good and clean. This is a volunteer strawberry plant, I believe. I didn't plant it here, but it's growing pretty good. I'm gonna leave it in this pot and let it grow. But you see these little bitty things down here? These are weeds. So before I put my mulch in, I will go around to each container and take out as many weeds as I can to start with. This is not the same thing. So that I can start fresh and hopefully not have any weeds up under it to at least begin with. Okay, so this right here is my pink lemonade blueberry bush, and I'm going to put mulch around it. But when I get down here to the very bottom of it, to the very bottom stem of the trunk, or whatever you want to call this part of the plant right now, I can't think. Senior moment. I am going to put a circle around it, and I'm not going to put my mulch directly up against that, because mulch up against your stems can cause rot. Get this little weed out of there as well. And I am only going to put about a 2-inch layer in my pots. And I'll explain why I'm doing 2-inch layer in just a few minutes here, so you all can understand why I chose that amount to put into my containers. And then hang in with me till the end, because there's another reason why I'm doing this that I want to share with you all. And I'll tell you that when I'm all done. Everything is said and done. Okay, I'm going to go around and I'm going to mulch all the rest of my containers. Then I'm going to let you guys know why I chose to do 2 inches only in my containers, and one of my personal main reasons why I'm mulching my entire garden with this straw specifically. So I'm going to do that and I'll be right back. Okay, I am through mulching my entire garden, except for a few pots that I don't have anything in yet. However, I wanted to say that the reason I chose to only put like 2 inches or less, I mean, I have a very thin layer of mulch, and I know you need 2 to 3 inches of mulch, but any more than that, most of my pots where I have significant plants in it, I have at least 2 inches of mulch. I have some plants, I have some pots that just barely have seedlings in it, so I can add mulch if I need to as I go along, but I really didn't want to cover up the seedling. So I just added just a nice little layer of it. However, you don't want to add like 3 and 4 or 5 inches of mulch thinking, okay, you know what, I'm not going to have to water that much, it's going to keep my plants moist, it's going to be good for the soil, yada yada yada, because you will also possibly create a haven for mice and critters. And y'all know me, if I come out here and something's in there, I'm out. Okay, the garden might go to seed this year because I'll be out. So I made sure I planted a very small layer where they can't live in it. So that's why I chose the 2 inches. So What is this reason? Now, I saved this for last because I know y'all gonna laugh at me, but that's okay. I am ecstatic because I finally chose straw mulch. This is the first year out of all these years I've been gardening that I've ever used straw mulch in my garden. I've wanted to, but I never used it. I always, because I had trees, all those leaves. So I'm like, why am I going to go buy mulch? But over the course of time, I realized that that's a lot more work than me just going ahead, spending the money, getting the mulch and mulching my garden. I'm done. I think I'm done. Okay. It did not take me that long, maybe 30 minutes to do the whole garden. All right. Maybe 45. That stuff is buggy back there. Okay. So if I don't clean it, rinse it, wash it first, then put it somewhere and let it kind of dry out so then I can make sure there's nothing in it. It's a lot of work to use the leaves as mulch. However, that's what I had been doing. So I wanted to use the straw mulch because, you know, you could use wood chips too. There's lots of different forms of mulch. Because as far as I am concerned, now that my garden has this beautiful white straw, I got a professional garden. It's beautiful. I have seen gardens in person. I've seen gardens online. I've seen landscape things with all this beautiful mulch, and their gardens just look fantabulous to me. So, as far as I'm concerned, I have a professional garden. I am now a gardener because I got mulch. Not just any mulch. I have straw mulch, okay? So I wanted to leave you all with something that you could go away with laughter. And I think I've accomplished that, okay? Anyway, this is what I've done with the straw mulch. And I also wanted to say this is not a sponsored video. I bought that mulch myself online, used my own money, and they don't even know me. So just wanted to make that clear as well. At any rate, if you are new to the channel, welcome, welcome, welcome. Thank you so much for coming and hanging out today with me in my garden. This is an amazing day because now I have a professional garden and you got to witness it. Okay, take a second and subscribe to the channel. Turn on the notification bell so you won't miss anything. And for my returning subscribers and my channel members, thank you so much. I really do appreciate each and every one of you all. I'm Pam. This is Zone 8A. And anywhere you can sit a pot with mulch, you can grow a plant.